I'm Mike Maloney, Managing Director with Newmark Grubb Knight Frank. I'm here with Tami Fratis, CEO of IPR International.
Initially, I was interested when I took over as the CEO because so much is happening in the cloud industry. As you know, it's a huge business. It's a $70 billion business. It's going to double in size over the next 3 years. So there's a lot of opportunity. It is dominated by some very large players. And part of the challenge became, how do we, this small company, compete against these large companies? And how do we differentiate ourselves, and how do we innovate in order to have a place in the cloud world, cloud industry? So that was a challenge. I love challenges. I love problem solving. I love creativity and innovation. And my goal when I took over as CEO was to not just offer private regulated clouds to very large enterprises, which is where our focus was, but to offer similar services, superior services to smaller enterprises at both a price point that they could afford, but also in a way that made the cloud deployments and cloud migrations and cloud management easy for them. When Mike started the company, the world was asking, or the industry was asking, we need backup. We need backup services. SunGard was the big player in the area. They were offering tape backup, but tape backup, not everyone thinks tape backup is easy to use. Not everyone thinks tape backup lasts. So we then met that need by offering digital backup. So we were basically doing disk-to-disk backup over telephone wires because the internet really didn't exist at that time. Then the industry asked for colo and disaster recovery. So we started offering colo and disaster recovery, which got us into the data center business, which moved us from Conshohocken, which is where our corporate office is and our data center was, to Reading for redundancy. So we had Conshohocken and we had Reading, but Reading was our first independently managed by us data center. And the Reading facility is a bunker. It's 37 feet below ground, and it's houses data for, at the time, for the largest French bank and other very large clients out of New York, like the 5th largest law firm, and some other large hospitals in the Philadelphia and tri-state region. When the industry asked for virtualization, we simultaneously were approached by McConnell Johnson, which is a real estate firm in Delaware, to take over what was a vacant building that had been owned by Manny, then Chase Manhattan, and JP Morgan Chase as the banks kept getting acquired. And the building was a state-of-the-art, single tenant, meaning it was only JP Morgan Chase in the building, 8th-floor data center in a high-rise building, completely storm-resistant, redundancy on every level, 2 different power grids, plenty of generators, so really robust data center facility. And we decided that we were going to get into the virtualization business in a big way by becoming the data center operator and provider in the Wilmington facility. We did not buy the building, so we don't own real estate, but we are the only manager of the infrastructure in the building. And then when virtualization started being known as the cloud, a milestone was, how do we broaden our geography? Because even though the cloud is, virtual, you can access it from wherever you are, most companies who buy cloud services want to have a physical location near their offices. So we went out and acquired a business in Boca Raton, Florida, which not only brought us South American clients, but also clients from South Florida, and expertise in the technology and innovation space in order to, as I mentioned before, innovate in the cloud, given that the cloud was growing so rapidly.